Hello, welcome to tonight's weather update. It's 9:30 on June 26th, and it was a pretty yucky day today. Just hazy, very poor air quality, very muggy as well, and just dreary all in all. All the thunderstorm activity pretty much all off to our west, and as you can see here on the satellite image, eastern Pennsylvania and western parts of New Jersey. Not even the Jersey Shore really got into it. It was mostly western and central and northern parts of New Jersey, as you see here with this satellite loop here. And you can see this big low pressure system here over the Great Lakes that's spawning all this stuff. If we go to the CONUS view, I don't want to put this on the GLM flash intensity, so you can take a look at all the lightning as well going on. You can see this big low pressure system here that's in the Great Lakes that's slowly moving eastward. And you can see, again, all that lightning from these storms that are firing up here. And, again, there has been some severe weather in our area, mainly of the flash flooding type of variety because these storms keep training over the same areas over and over again. If we look at the radar right now, you'll see the same pretty much deal here. They are training over the same areas. See right here, there's another cell. Looks like this one's got a warning out. This one seems to be moving a little more toward New York City, but most of them have just been moving in a south-southwest to north-northeast fashion over the same areas in New Jersey over and over again. So it's resulted in a lot of rainfall, and you can see here all the warnings. He's got flash flood warnings up in many of these counties, like Somerset County. A lot of these counties here, Warren. We still have that severe thunderstorm watch in effect in New Jersey. That, I believe, is until 10, I believe. It's until 11, actually. So still have that watch, and then the effects will wane. But you see, again, here's the radar, and again, you can see all those storms there. If we look at the AccuWeather radar here, and again, you can see where the storms are. Eastern Pennsylvania into this area, New Jersey, just getting hammered over and over and over again. And there's a decent amount of lightning with these storms, too, as you see here. I mean, not like what we saw last night, but, oh, wow, that one is exploding. Right around Wilmington here, there's a cell that's exploding right around Wilmington, Delaware, it seems. So this storm looks like it's really going nuts. And then we got some more over in eastern Pennsylvania, but mainly it's well off to the west. The activity has been pretty much all day long in our area. Let's go look at the current conditions around outside, and looking at the map for the country, you'll see again there's that severe thunderstorm watch that stretches all the way up into upstate New York. See a couple of flash flood warnings there. Got the excessive heat in the south, and it looks like there is another area of severe weather in parts of Wyoming, and air quality alerts due to wildfire smoke in the Great Lakes. So let's go take a look at what we got going on out there. And right now it's a muggy out there. 73 degrees, dew point is 70. It's very humid. And the air quality is poor. Unlike yesterday, the air quality is poor. I'm sure you noticed the haze in the air, and I didn't really feel all that great as a result. And, of course, in the alley, it's still close to 80 degrees, so it's still like hell there. Hotter here, I think, than LaGuardia. It truly is hell in this neighborhood. What can I tell you? But anyway, let's so you see temperatures generally in low 70s pretty much everywhere. Dew points around 70, very humid. If you look at Jersey, you'll see temperatures also in the mid-70s there as well, and 60s where the storms are. We'll put the highs on the map here, and you see highs generally around 80 degrees, but you see it's much hotter where those storms popped up. You can see mid to upper 80s there, so that helped aided in the convection that we had today. I want to look at the rainfall because this is where we're seeing a lot of the flooding. So if we go to the 24-hour rainfall here, see, not a whole lot on Long Island. We got some rainfall this morning, but most of it has been in Jersey, and you can see some really high amounts, especially in these areas where they're flood. Let me see if we can lower that opacity a little bit here. It's too much. So you can see like places like Parsippany, 3.54 inches. So parts of the areas of New Jersey, western Passaic, into Somerset counties, have seen tremendous amounts of rain, and there's going to be a lot of flash flooding there as well. 3.63. I mean, you're talking about over a month's worth of rain in some of these spots. Same thing for Ringwood, 3.08, 2.01, and up in the Hudson Valley, also 2+ inch amounts as well around Beacon as well. Working our way southward here toward Philadelphia. We're going to go toward Philadelphia now. And you'll see, again, those higher amounts. Phillipsburg, places like that, right on the Delaware Water Gap, you're talking 4+ inches of rain. That's because these storms have just went over the same areas over and over again. This is what happens when you don't have a jet stream to move things along. Things just get stuck. And you can see, but as far as much of the state south of they haven't really gotten into much severe weather in like Ocean County or southern New Jersey at all. It's mainly been in central and interior New Jersey. That seems to be where most of the rainfall has occurred as a result of these storms here that have occurred. And I think also interior parts of the Northeast, too, as well, dealing with lots of rainfall as well, which is good. It ends the drought, but it is causing some flooding concerns. So if we go and we look at first let's look at the power outage situation in New Jersey, because we have 14,000 people without power, mainly where these storms have hit, all right? Places like Hunterdon, Warren County, Sussex, that's where, and also Pennsylvania also seeing 15,000 outages. Again, mostly in the eastern part of the state. Not hit as hard as places like Kentucky and Tennessee, where there's been widespread damage. And those storms last night were something. And those storms also off the coast of Alabama and the Panhandle was something with that lightning that I was watching. I kind of shared a link with you there. Hopefully you had a chance to watch that. Let's go to the Weather Service in Tennessee here. So planned damage surveys. This is what they have. So they're looking to see if tornadoes have occurred here. All right. But I just want to show you some of the damage reports here. The hail, 1, 2, 3 inch here. These are in Indiana here. They've had hail. There was also a tornado in Indiana as well. I'm trying to see if we had some wind gusts here reported. Because, again, those wind gusts that I showed you in that video last night were definitely quite intense. Trying to see if there are any wind gust reports here. Here's a 70-mile-an-hour wind gust in Richmond, Kentucky. That's where we were looking on that video, Richmond, Kentucky. So, yeah, I believe that. 70-mile-an-hour winds there. There's also hail in Madison, Kentucky as well. So these storms cause a lot of damage. It kind of just goes on and on and on here. But getting back to our weather, let's go take a look at the weather map here. And the weather map shows, again, these lows that are slowly moving through. There's like a little bit of a cold front there. A little bit of a warm front to the south. You can see where all the bad weather is. And we'll have another damp, dank day tomorrow, and then we'll try to get into some drier air, though we may be dealing with the smoke. So looking at the models here, you'll see your low-pressure system in the Great Lakes there moving eastward slowly. Rain chances still linger into tomorrow, but we'll have less rain chances on Wednesday. And Thursday, we should have a dry day. And perhaps even Friday we should have a dry day. And then we get in the next weekend when another upper-level low kind of moves into the area and brings some more rain chances as we get into July. All right? But let's talk about let's go to the HRRR now. Probably not enough of it in to really... we have enough of it in to go through tomorrow, I guess. This is why sometimes I come through later here. But you can see it is developing a line of showers that would eventually wind up moving through here. Possibly in a couple of hours. So say 10, 11 o'clock, we might see some showers, maybe even a thunderstorm as well. And you can see that low there. And then for tomorrow, less widespread activity, though it's still showing activity over New Jersey. And we may see something, again, later in the evening. Looking at the dew points, you'll see here we stay in that southerly flow for tomorrow. You see that southerly flow. Dew points maybe drop off a tiny bit, but we're still in that southerly flow tomorrow. Notice it starts to try to become a little westerly there, a little bit, but we more or less stay in the southerly flow for tomorrow. So looking at your actual air temperatures, that means it won't get too hot. We'll have temperatures probably upper 70s to around 80 again, but if you're in Jersey, it could be warmer. All right. Going to the GFS here. We'll look at the GFS here, and we'll look at the dew point zone of flow, and you'll see what changes as we get to it Wednesday. So the winds start changing slowly. We start going from a southwesterly regime to a westerly and northwesterly regime by Thursday. That will bring in some relief in the dew points. However, we may be dealing with some smoke when that comes in. All right. Looking at your GFS again. Wednesday, probably warmer because we will see more sunshine, probably low 80s. And then Thursday, we'll probably get into the low to maybe mid 80s. And then Friday, mid-80s, maybe close to 90 in parts of New Jersey. So it will feel more summer-like for sure. But those temperatures, that probably will mean we'll see some more sun. Tomorrow we'll still be dealing with plenty of clouds. Wednesday, probably less clouds. Remember, this isn't factoring in the smoke, but less actual clouds. Thursday, probably a decent amount of sunshine. And Friday, we have some partly sunny skies, according to the GFS. If we go to the RGM model here, and I'm not looking at the NAM because the NAM really way amplified things way too much with the storms. But you'll see it had the storms over us instead of Jersey, which was way off. But anyway, looking at the cloud, you'll see plenty of clouds tomorrow. It'll still be murky, but as we get toward Wednesday, maybe we'll see some breaks in the clouds. Definitely by Thursday, we should see a decent amount of sunshine. However, we may still be dealing with the smoke, so keep that in mind. So we do have our smoke models back, and let's go see if we can get the 21Z run of the vertically integrated smoke. So this is tomorrow. We're looking at here, the 27th. You can see the smoke is starting to come down over the Great Lakes. You see that right there. 28th. You can see it starts heading toward us. So this is tomorrow, and then Wednesday you see the smoke starting to get pulled down more toward us around that low. All right, and that looks like some pretty dense smoke right there that we could see heading our way. It might wind up going to the south, but I don't want to be overly optimistic about it, considering these fires are still going in Canada. Let's go to the near-surface smoke model. And you can see there's also some near-surface smoke as well. So, yeah, look at that. So that we could have another orange day on our hands. I think we very well may, though. It looks like it's sort of getting pushed to this. I think it's going to wind up going over our area, personally. I really do. So I think Thursday and Friday could be quite smoky because these fires are still going at a pretty good clip. You can't see them because of the clouds. Let's move this to the North American view, the Canadian North American view. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a satellite loop here. Can't really see them because of the clouds, but the fires are still going right now. And once this cold front passes and goes over those areas, it's going to trigger these fires. The winds are going to pick up, and those fires are going to explode once again. And that's what I think is going to happen. Once this low passes over here, I think we're going to see a big explosion of fires. And look at that. Look at how fast the ice is disappearing on Hudson Bay. There's not a whole lot left. There's a little bit left over there. Of course, that is supposed to melt in the summer. It's not unusual. But what is, of course, all this wildfire smoke. And that's, and you can see, look over here. These are flaring up again. These are the ones in Alberta. So let's go to that southeastern Alaska view here. Oh, yeah, look at southeastern Alberta. So, yeah, plenty more smoke to come, folks. That's all I got to say. We're going to be dealing with it again. And lastly, I'll go to the MODIS satellite loop here, and we'll look at, there's one more thing I want to look at, but this is the MODIS satellite. You can see the smoke looks like it's making its way into Spain and maybe France. In the United Kingdom, it might go just to the south of the United Kingdom, maybe southern areas of it, but it's going to affect large parts of Europe. This is some pretty dense smoke, and I'm wondering if it's even near the surface. Perhaps it is. They may wind up smelling it in Spain, all the way from Quebec to Spain. How crazy is that, huh? Storm Prediction Center, let's go there. Lastly, I think I should have it up here. All right, so you can see that slight risk for severe weather still over Jersey and some of in the mid-Atlantic. We go into tomorrow. And you can see it. They got a marginal risk still over Jersey. The slight risk is now over Oklahoma, generally speaking. So quieter day tomorrow with the weather, with the storms at least. But it's been absolutely crazy. And like I said, some of those storms that I saw last night coming out, it was just, again, that constant Catatumbo-style lightning. Get used to it. We're seeing more and more storms like that. I think with all the extra particles in the air, it really helps supercharge these storms and makes them produce more lightning. So that's going to wrap up this weather update. Thank you for watching and have a good night.